How do you get more of what you want? It is the eternal question that everybody is asking. Whether you want more money, whether you want more time, how do you get more of it? Well, I want to talk about something that I think is a little controversial, but I think is so key to you getting what you want in every area of your life. Hi, I'm Shah from Revenue Breakthrough, and my mission is to put more money in the hands of more women. And when we do that, I know this world will look like a different place. So there's two parts of the brain. There's more than two, but two of the most important ones are the prefrontal cortex, which is the front part of your brain, and then the oldest part of your brain, which is the lizard brain. Now, the lizard brain tends to run the show. The lizard brain is trying to protect us and keep us safe all of the time. There's three main things that the lizard brain is after. It wants to avoid pain, seek pleasure, and do things that require the least amount of effort possible, right? Avoid pain, seek pleasure, and do things that are the least amount of effort possible. So we're thinking, take a nap, eat a snack, watch Netflix, right? That's what the lizard brain wants us to do. Why does the lizard brain want that? Because if we do that, the brain gets a break, and we also get to play and stay safe. And if we play and stay safe within our comfort zone, then we don't risk anything and we don't lose anything. Now, the frontal cortex part of the brain is the planning part of the brain. This is the part of the brain that has us actually do the hard things in life. And I started thinking about what happens when we want something. Let's say you're training for a marathon. When you're training for a marathon, you're using your prefrontal cortex. You're following a plan. You're running when you don't want to. You're taking breaks when you need to. You're exerting effort. So you're actually going against the lizard brain, right? You're actually seeking pain, avoiding pleasure, and taking the maximum effort possible to get what you want in your life, which is to finish that marathon. In fact, we actually go against the lizard brain for most areas of our lives where we really want something. Think about what you're doing in your business. During the day, you are actually avoiding pleasure. A lot of the time, you are doing hard things. It's all it is, right? You're calling people that you don't know are going to pick up. You are seeking pain in a lot of ways because you're getting disappointed when people don't pick up. You're being resilient through webinars that may not work, through launches that may not work, and you're exerting effort, right? You're doing the work. You may be, even when you don't want to do the work. And guess what? That's leading you to certain levels of success. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not like we have to seek pain and exert huge amounts of effort to get everything we want. But when you look at it from a very basic place, think about the things that you wanted in your life. Think about your goals over the last years. Wasn't it always true that when you got what you wanted, whether it was studying for the CPA exam, whether it was getting a good score on the SATs, whether it was getting good grades in college, whether it was excelling at a sport, whether it was running a marathon, whether it was starting a business or your first company or your second company, chances are you didn't let the lizard brain run the show, right? You weren't out there like seeking pleasure, avoiding pain, doing the least amount of effort possible. You were actually doing the opposite. You were moving towards pain. You were not always having pleasureful periods, and you were exerting effort to do the things that you needed to do. Now, what I find to be true is that in areas of our lives where we're not achieving our goals, we're letting our lizard brain run the show. So I know for me in health, it's one of my goals in progress is to get healthier and to release weight. And I noticed while in my business, I'm really excellent at not letting my lizard brain run the show. I get things done whenever I have to get them done. I exert the effort possible. I don't need to always be enjoying things. I can do the things that are hard. I can endure pain of disappointment. I can get back up. I can do all of that in my business. But then when it comes to health, I'm not so good at that, right? I seek pleasure by eating cupcakes, right? I try to avoid the pain of eating a healthy meal by eating an unhealthy meal, right? I have immediate gratification by watching TV instead of going for a walk. And I noticed that for me, that was one of the reasons I wasn't hitting my health goals as quickly as I was hitting my business goals. Now, when I started to see that, it allowed me to start to make shifts. Like, where in my health am I giving up on myself because I'm letting my lizard brain win the show, rule my life? So, how do you not let your lizard brain run the show? The number one way that you let your frontal cortex run the show and not your lizard brain is through planning ahead. So that's why in my health now, I'm planning my meals ahead of time. I'm planning my workouts ahead of time. Because if I don't plan ahead, then the lizard brain is gonna say, you know what? Get a snack, sit on the couch, watch Netflix. And the same is true for your business. If you don't plan at the beginning of the day and the end of the day, your lizard brain is gonna run the show. And the moment you're in pain, the moment that you're not doing something that's full of pleasure, the moment that you have to do something that exerts effort, your lizard brain is gonna say, nope, I'm not gonna do that. And then you get to the end of the day or the end of the month or the end of the year and you realize you're not where you wanna be in your business. Now, I wanna help you create more of planning, more listening to your prefrontal cortex, and more taking time off and enjoying it. There are times when it's still really important to seek pleasure and avoid pain and do the least effort possible. And that's during your off times, right? That's during your rest times, and we need more of those too. And I'm gonna teach you more of all of this at my Master Your Money event. It is a virtual 3-day event. It's coming up May 20th through May 22nd. And it is an amazing opportunity for you to step in to identifying what needs to happen for you to make money, shifting your relationship with money, and learning my 9-step system to make more money. So if you haven't looked at Master Your Money yet and checked out the page, checked out what we're teaching, I really encourage you to hop on over there and get the information about it, and if it feels right for you, to register. You can check it out at masteryourmoneyevent.com, and I'll see you there.